Hey y'all, let me turn my mic up here. How's everybody doing? Hey Tasha, hey. Okay, you're gonna be in and out. All right. Hey Sharon, how are you? Happy Sunday, y'all. Hey Greg, how you doing? Joanna, how are you? Hey Marlinda. Thank you so much for watching the chat for me. Let's see. So today we are going to be doing some yarn embroidery. So I have a design for Valentine's that I digitized, and I'm going to show you guys step by step, or I'm going to put the camera on the machine so you guys can watch my process for doing this. Now, I did do a tutorial showing y'all how to use like the glue on method, but this is just you having the yarn and being at the machine and stitching it on there. So I'm going to be doing that in just a few minutes. Y'all, excuse me, I'm still got over my cold, but I still got this cough that just won't go away. Hey, Cynthia, how are you? Welcome in. How's everybody doing? How is your Sunday? Hope you're having an amazing week. And so I'm going to just run through the supplies that I'm going to be using to make the design, and then we'll jump into it shortly. So I'm going to be using this pink sweater. I did make a design with a light pink sweater with hot pink yarn. So I'm going to do a hot pink sweater with light pink yarn this time. I have some cutaway stabilizer. I'm going to be using my 8x13 Mighty Hoop. And then, of course, I have my lint brush and my t-shirt ruler. So I'll be using all those. And I also have this here crochet needle or something. So this is when we're at the machine and we need to hold certain stuff down. We're going to be using this because I need all my fingers. So we're going to do this carefully. And yeah, I think that is everything, all the supplies that you'll need. So your shirt, your stabilizer, your hoop, your yarn, and something to protect your fingers. Hey, Stephanie, how are you doing? So I'm going to go ahead and we'll get started. Well, I'm going to get my sweatshirt, get that ready, and then we will get started. So what I'm going to do first is lint roll, and then I am going to
just quickly go over to my hooping station and get it hooped up. And then I'll switch the camera view so y'all can see exactly what I'm doing while I'm getting this stitched out. Y'all, did y'all see that TikTok is back? People was going through it for the last 12 hours. I was just like, hey, another app gone. I'm Gen X, so I've seen all kind of apps come and go. So I was just like, oh well, on to the next. Make sure I miss anybody's comments here. Hey, Sandra, how are you doing? Welcome in. Welcome in. So I'm getting ready to get my shirt prepped so then we can hoop it and then get it on the machine so I can go ahead and get it stitched out. Love the color sweatshirt. Yes, like I said, I had a light pink one, but I was like, nah, I want to reverse it because I do have another light pink sweater, but I was like, nah, I want to do the, and then I have, this is chenille yarn. So this here, I have that one. So that's chenille. And then this one is more of a blanket yarn. So I haven't decided which one I want to use. I haven't used the chenille yarn yet. So I may go with this one. But yeah, I'm still thinking about that one. And actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to need my t-shirt ruler because I'm going to use my hoop station. Hey, welcome in. Spilling the diversity. All right, so I got my shirt lint rolled, so I'm going to hoop it. And give me 1 sec because I'm going to just hoop it up on my hooping station really, really quick. And grab this. And then we are going to jump right into it today. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and hoop this up real quick. Give me like 15 seconds. And you can do these designs on a single needle machine too. It's just a little bit more work that you have to do, but it can be done. You can also do the larger designs. Of course, you would have to have it split for your machine. So you would do like the design we did last week live. You would just do the first 2 letters, and then you would move your hoop and do the last 2 letters. So you can do these designs larger. Same format on the with the 5x12 repositional hoop. All right, let me get this hooped. All right, so have my shirt hooped up, my 8x13 hoop. Now I just got to decide which one I want to use. I also have another color, which is chenille. Well, not that one. But I also have this one too, but this one's more red. It does have some pink in it. Wouldn't look too bad. This here. Thank you, Merlinda. Appreciate you. So I have this one. I might do this one. I'm just looking at my sweatshirts. Maybe on a gray sweatshirt, this one might stand out. Y'all, I kind of want to use this one here. And I do like to try and pull it out from the middle, but that didn't go as planned. Just kind of looking at how the design is going to stitch out. Hey, Vanessa. Oh, I already know. I already know. I'm like, not for me. Can't do it. I think I'm gonna use this one here, the blanket yarn, instead of the chenille yarn. Or I may end up doing it later with the chenille yarn just so I can see how it looks. But I'm gonna play it safe. So let me get that up out the way. And so I'm gonna switch my camera in just a second. And this is a new ball of yarn too. Yeah, I normally try to pull it from the center. But yeah, this one ain't going. So I'm gonna just go ahead and just unravel it. Now with these designs, when you're doing the yarn embroidery, you're gonna constantly be stopping and starting. This is just a simple XO design with instead of an O, it's gonna be a heart. So this is gonna be a simple design, but the more like curves and turns and things like that that you have, you want to be careful. Are going to slow my machine down to low as it can go, which is about 400 stitches per minute. So I'm going to, let me make sure my design is on here and I got all my colors. Yeah, number 11. Okay, so I have that already. And then I want my placement to be right about here. Just marking my center point with a sticker. Well, not my center point, but how far I want it down from the collar. And then, so my placement is where I want it. All right, just checking the chat. Yes, you guys please hit that thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And then another thing I like to do is use my stool to set my yarn on. So just get my stool over here and some scissors. So scissors, because we're going to be cutting the yarn as we go. We're going to be stopping the machine as we go as well. So even though the process, you know, I've done a couple shorts and stuff like that, and the process looks really quick, it is actually a little bit longer than that because you're stopping and starting in between each of the letters. Let me see. Hey, welcome in. Oh, you in the craft bushes? Okay, appreciate you for joining. What's up, Yolanda? So I'm getting ready to do the yarn embroidery. I have 2 different yarns, but I'm actually go with this blanket yarn, this here, for the design, and I'm about to switch to camera so y'all can see what I'm doing. All right, so let me go ahead and put it on this camera back here, and then we're going to go over to the machine, get everything stitched out. We'll get it cleaned up because it's even a process after you stitch it out to clean it up as well. And then yeah, that'll be that. So let me switch my camera. All right, there we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my sweatshirt on here. There we go. And let me kind of, hold on, I'm trying to position this. There we go. Let me move y'all so I can see y'all, or so y'all can see better. And so usually right here off to the side, I have my stool and I'll just place my yarn on there. And I have my scissors ready to cut. And now I'm going to do my trace. So first we're going to do a placement stitch. I don't want to say it's an applique, but the steps of an applique. So we'll do a placement stitch. And then from after we do the placement stitch, then I'll, of course, start the yarn process. And then once we finish that, then it's going to do a third stitch on top of the yarn. So that way you can make sure everything is tacked down good. And that's when we'll definitely be using our little crochet needle here to kind of just hold things in place or whatever on that third and final stitch. So first thing I'm going to do is get my machine ready, and then I'm going to do a trace because we want to make sure our design, our placement is where we want it. And I'm definitely going to have to move it down. All right. So let me move this down and let's trace that. So far, that's looking better. I'm going to take it down just a tad more. About right there. And last trace, hopefully. And let me check the comments. Okay, that's what it, yeah, knitting needle. Yeah, Yolanda, I was calling this a crochet hook and all kind of stuff. I just seen it at Michael's and I was like, oh, it's purple. And I got it. It was like a set of two. But yeah, a knitting needle would be the correct term. Okay, so we are good there. So I'm going to go ahead and take my sticker off and I just put it over here on my machine. So then I'm going to go ahead and let the placement stitch go first, and then we'll start with the yarn. And now the placement stitch is going to be kind of fast, and then I'm going to slow it down for the yarn part. So my machine, the lowest that it'll go is 400 stitches per minute. My brother PE 100, the lowest that one will go is 300 stitches per minute. So this one will go down to 400 stitches. So we'll get started with that and let that stitch. And let me check y'all comments on that stitching. And the design is only about, it's 2,555 stitches. So it's not a design that's going to take a long time. It takes about 5 minutes. And this one I will have available for members for the clients. You will be able to. And so the entire design is going to take about 5 minutes, so it's not long at all. Hey, Karen, how are you? Oh, Yolanda, is it a lag? I did switch to my phone and it is on Wi-Fi for this angle, so that could be why. It might be a bit of a lag. Okay, Marlinda said, yeah, it is a bit of a lag. My bad, y'all. We'll get through it. I'll actually be using my new streaming service starting next week. Well, the following week when I go live again. All right. So first thing, so I already know how the direction design is going to go, where the starts and stops are. I digitize these so they'll start and stop in a certain direction. Okay. So the first one is going to come down this way. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my yarn positioned, and you're gonna move it around your machine. And no, we are not going to put our hands on that side. I'm going to do it from this side to let it initially tack down. And this is where the crochet needle is going to come in handy so I can hold it into place while it stitches. And then I'll stop the machine. We'll cut it and change directions. But first, I'm going to lower my speed. Okay. And then, so now we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, and I'm going to stop it there because we're going to be coming back up this way, and I'm going to take it and hold it. And I just want to move this over because I'm not about to put my finger there. And then we'll go ahead and hit start and let it start over. And I'm just watching from the front here. And then it's going to continue. And I'm going to stop it right here because it's about to go in the opposite direction for the X. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my yarn. All right, and then the next one I'm going to put underneath here because it's going to stop at the middle point of the X, and then it's going to go up. So I'm going to go ahead and hold it in the back here and then on the front. And I'm going to stop it before it moves over to the heart. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead. I was just checking the chat. Hey, y'all, welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you so much, Yolanda. And then I'm going to cut it here. So now when I digitize the heart, I made sure my start and stop is right here at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Get my yarn positioned. And as Yolanda told me, grab my crochet needle, not a crochet hook, my crochet needle. And then I'll get that right. And I'm going to hold it about right there just so it could go ahead and tack it down. And then I'll follow it around. So then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to hit start. And I'm going to hold that in place. Stop it right there. And I am going to cut my yarn, bring it around. Y'all, when I tell y'all that making these shirts is some work, people think they're easy, but it is some work. All right, and so I have my hand in the back of the machine. I'm still away from the needle. And I'm going to go ahead and start. And I'm going to just guide my yarn. And I'm going to hit stop again because I'm coming up on a curve. And we'll start. And then we're just going to go around. And I'm going to hit stop. cut my yarn, and this piece will actually be enough for my X. So I already know that is going to start. I'm going to make sure it gets that tack down. And I'm going to do it about right there so I have a little bit of extra room. And then we'll go ahead and hit that start. And it's going to go back up. And same thing, I'm gonna stop it, cut, and that's why I say these designs, there's a lot of stop and go. So they are not as easy to make or as fast to make as a lot of people think. And then I have this long piece of yarn left. I'm gonna go ahead and put that down. All right, and then now it's going to go ahead and finish out our X. And I will look at the chat in just a minute, but I definitely can't while I'm doing this. And I'm hit stop. Just kind of trim that down a little bit. And then we're back to our heart again. And I'm going to actually just cut a long piece of yarn and get all the yarn out the way. And then it's going to, remember, it's going to start here at the bottom again. So I'm going to go up underneath. And I'm going to grab my crochet needle and kind of hold that into place. And then we will hit start. And I'm going to stop just because I'm coming up on that curve so I can put my yarn in the other hand. And then I still have my other hand behind the machine so I can guide the yarn. Okay, so that was our tack down stitch, and then we're going to do one more tack down stitch just to make sure that the yarn is secure. And I'm just kind of cutting some of these other pieces just because I don't want them to actually accidentally get caught up in the last stitch. So now we have one more stitch and then we will be done. So this is a quick design. So this doesn't take any time at all, or it didn't take any time at all. All right, so, and then there was a piece right here that didn't get stitched down. So this is why I like to digitize with that placement stitch, the tack down stitch, and then another final stitch. Like I said, similar to applique, but not applique. And so it is going to start over and just secure in that yarn. All right. And so that'll go through. It's going to take 2 minutes and 59 seconds. So another 3 minutes, then we'll be done. And even though everything has stitched out, I'm still going to keep an eye on it just to make sure like these other pieces of yarn don't get caught up in here and stuff like that. Like this one here, I'm going to just hold that down. Welcome in, everybody that is watching. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't. All right, and then we're on to the next one. And let me check the comments out. Hey, Kim. Then it's going to come down, stop, and then it will go up and finish the other part of X. And then the same with the whole. "34 seconds left." Just hold that down. And we are done. So let me switch back to the other camera because I know there is a delay. My apologies. Okay, there we go. We back. So hopefully there isn't a delay anymore. Now that I switch cameras. Hey, Keena. How are you? Welcome in. Okay, Merlinda said the lag wasn't that bad. Yes, I hope everybody is staying warm, Karen. Let me move this yarn out the way, get our shirt off. And right now it's looking like a hot fuzzy mess. So that's what it's looking like right now. But we'll get it cleaned up and make it look all pretty. Let me just look at the comments here. So I've done this so many times, but yeah, at the same time, I'm always careful. That's why I stop and start and stop and start, and then like shift my yarn from one hand to the other hand because I know the pattern or the way the design is going to stitch out. So yeah, but I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Yolanda. It probably looks a different way on camera than what I'm actually seeing too. Thank you, Kim. Yes, you guys hit that like button for me. So the stops in between each stitch, Merlinda, no, I did it in the machine. I wasn't able to do it in the software. So I had to add a pause in between each stop. So the tack down stitch, and then I've added a pause, and then the placement stitch after that was finished, and I added a pause, and then that final stitch. So I wasn't able to digitize it with the actual stops in there. Oh yeah, stopping the machine manually. Yeah. So as I'm going and as I'm putting the yarn on there, I will manually stop it and start it, manually stop it and start it. That's why I said the process when I've done a couple like shorts and things like that, it looks quick because I edit it down to like 30 seconds. But yeah, this is the actual process. You're stopping and starting, especially this design doesn't even have a lot of curves or any of that. So the ones with the curves, yeah, you're going to be doing a whole lot of starting and stopping. Yep. Stopping it manually, stopping the machine manually. Hey, Jesse, how are you? Just going catching up on the chat and then we'll get this cleaned up. Hey, Kim, thank you so much. Oh, Tasha, okay. I thought you were going to be on the replay. I'm glad you joined back in. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Yeah. For real, for real. Like, yeah. That's why I say whenever I'm doing these, like, I cannot be disturbed. I let the hubby know, like, don't even come in here. Don't ask me no questions. Like, I need to focus because I need all 10 of my fingers, like all of them. And so I'm going to just use my scissors here just to cut it all down. And it's yarn. So when you cut it, it is going to, get all over the place. That is why we have the lint roller out and ready to go. Because that lint roller is going to get all of this up. And then I do like to spray it with a little bit of water as well, but I'll show you that step in just a sec. And be careful when you're cutting the yarn that you don't accidentally cut your shirt. Kim, you back home now. Nice. Kim, I need the design split for 5x12. Where can I get it done? So if you want to do this design for a 5x12, I can definitely split it. I can get this one split. So yeah, you can do these designs same way I showed y'all the mama design last week. You can do these the same way with the split design. And honestly, it might be a little bit easier on a single needle because you're only putting your hand under that one needle, even though one needle is only moving on here, but it might be a little bit easier. I may have to do a tutorial on the single needle too. Hey, precious pieces. Okay, just going through. So how y'all feel about TikTok being back? People is out here stressing and it's back. Like people are straight online crying. I'm like, yo, it is not that deep at all for an app. Let me just get this cleaned up. Just seeing if any extra pieces that are like sticking up that I need to trim down. So right here, right here. Yeah, I think that is that. Let me get my lint roller. Actually, let me go ahead and unhoop this so I can get everything lint rolled really good. All right, and then I'll get the stabilizer cleaned up and then she will be good to go. So again, this was a simple one. I didn't want to make one that took too long and had too many curves and twists and turns and all that stuff. And then with these designs, because you are using yarn, especially if you use the thicker chenille yarn like this, you really can't do a big design. Like you're really limited to how many characters you can use on these designs because that yarn is so thick. Well, depending on the type of yarn that you use. But I actually think I'm going to do this one in the chenille letters too. But let me finish cleaning this up and check out y'all comments. Oh, for the split design with the yarn, I will definitely make it happen. All I got to do is go in the software and split it up. And then, yeah, that would be ready to do. I think I'll do that on my next live then. We'll do it on my Brother PE 900. I'm like they did us all types of wrong. When I tell you people was in the car crying, I'm like, it's not that deep. You know, Yolanda, we Gen X. So we seen AOL, MySpace, Napster, LimeWire. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So it's just like, oh, okay. I was just like, yep, I see y'all on YouTube and the Facebook group. I was clowning. I could understand the folks. Yeah, the businesses, I definitely understood that because you were able to reach a worldwide audience. You know, people that may have never found your business. It definitely does bring visibility to your business. I could definitely say that. But especially the panhandlers, the virtual the virtual panhandlers, that's always on there begging like they're entitled to you giving them gifts. I'm like, okay, first of all, you've been getting evicted for like 3 months now. You ain't got put out yet, or you ain't paid your rent yet. Um, it was kind of like people are getting fired from their jobs. Yeah, it's back up for now, but they're talking about 50% ownership, the US having 50% ownership. So I was just like, it's not going to be the same if they do that. Like the US has to have their hands in everything, but I'm not going to get into political talk, but yeah, that'll be a mess. Let me see. Not Pookie. Ah, they was going through withdrawals real bad, like real bad. I was like, but the funny thing is, I told y'all my husband's a troll. He downloaded some other app, and I guess he started trolling on there. He got blocked, like not blocked from the person's live. They kicked him off the app. As soon as I was like, TikTok back up, he right back on there trolling. I was like, bruh, you gotta stop trolling. Like seriously. Like he has to stop trolling. And I'm just kind of going through and cutting this down. And I'm gonna grab my spray bottle. Yeah, I still don't know. How do you just get kicked off the app? And what I asked him, like, what purpose? What's the point of trolling? And he ain't got none. He's just like, they shouldn't be out here begging. Like he was trolling somebody that was sleeping in their car and was like, well, at least you got heat. And I'm like, yeah, I can't. And you don't have to soak it. I just do like a light mist and just kind of rub over it. Make sure there's no additional, fuzzies or whatever coming off. And I see a little one here, so I'm gonna just cut that one and one here. And again, just a light mist. You don't have to soak it. It doesn't have to be damp. It should dry. It shouldn't even have to really dry. So, and just kind of run my hands over it. I know, right? Like that Pookie. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure Yolanda, you haven't seen him on my lives. He done came in there and trolled me, and I just went in the living room and like threw something at him. I was like, not me. Like I got time. Oh, definitely, definitely, for sure, for sure. And so, let me see here. This turned out so cute. So, almost pulled my mighty hoop off, and I still got to clean up the inside, but that is how it's looking once I cleaned it up. I got yarn all on the back, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the stabilizer cleaned up. And really it's just the start and stop stitches. So I try, when I digitize, I try to have as minimal starts and stop and jumps and all that as possible, because before I learned how to digitize, that drove me crazy to have a bunch of jump stitches or a bunch of stitches to cut off. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, you see my posts. Like TikTok is Walmart, YouTube is Target. It's a difference. It's a difference. Like, ain't no bonnet wearers over here, you know? But over there, it's almost just like, hey, anything goes. So that part of it I was gonna miss. Like you just get on there and just act a fool. Hey, Miss Joyce, how are you doing? Oh, no problem at all. And I'm gonna be doing this design. Somebody asked, they wanted to know if it could be split, so you can do it on a single needle machine, and you can. I just have to split it, and then I'm gonna have to download each of the different file types, which Hatch makes it very easy to do that. Thank goodness. And let me just trim these corners a little bit. But y'all, that's why I'm like, they should have kept MySpace. They need to bring back MySpace. Yes, I know I'm aging myself. I don't care. But see, that's what y'all get. MySpace was good, but now y'all wanted to run over to Facebook, and now look at you. You know, Tom over there on MySpace didn't bother us. He let us do our thing. We learned how to code, even though we didn't know we were coding our own pages. Like, I love MySpace. You can add music to your page. I'm just saying. Thank you, Marlinda. Well, Merlinda, sorry. Yes, I definitely want to do it with the chenille yarn instead of the blanket yarn that I use. I know it'll be like really full and fluffier. So I'm gonna probably make another one. Thank you, Kim. Of course. Of course, of course. Thank you, Tasha. um, the reason I like you to do the split is because I don't wear pullovers. Oh, I cut them down the middle mark. Oh, okay. For the zip ups. Yeah, you could definitely do that with the split design. Just you just have to hoop it so it, and then make sure you do a good trace because you don't want your needle to hit that zipper. But yeah, you could definitely just zip your hoodie up and then hoop it up, but then just do it. I would do trace a couple times just to make sure that stitch is not going to stitch on that zipper or too close to the zipper. But yeah, you could definitely use the split designs on zip ups. That's all I'm saying. MySpace was where it was at, and AOL chat rooms, but today's generation wouldn't be able to make it. AOL chat rooms were like cutthroat, like no holds barred up in there. Right? It was lit. It was lit. Like that was what, 2009? Was it 2008, 2009, something like that? Can you do split design tutorial for a 4x4? So the 4x4, that's not a reposition, or you mean for the 4x4 embroidery field where you can do the larger designs, but they have to be split? Yes, I can. Somebody else asked me about that too. So even if you have a 4x4 max embroidery field, you could do a split design instead of the 2 files like you would use on, if you have a 5x7 embroidery field, it would be 3 designs. So with the 5x7 hoop, it would just be, your left and the right, just those 2 files. With the 4x4, it would be the left, middle, and right. So you'll just have one extra step. So instead of, you just have to move your hoop accordingly for the design to stitch out correctly and for everything to line up correctly, of course. But yeah, I can definitely do that. I'm gonna do one for the 4x4 hoop, and then I have another one that I'm gonna do for the single needle, but doing a split with this design as well. Now they think, right. Yeah, they will be trying to cancel everybody in the AOL chat because everybody was lit. It was turned up in there. Like it went down. But that was our generation. That was just us. We was off the chain. And then just got that backing all cleaned up, and I just used my lighter to burn the stitches. So it just had the start and stop here, and then right here in the center for the X. Now I may redigitize the X just so it'll start, have my start point here, and then it'll go all the way through versus steady stopping in the center to go in the different direction. So that might be the only thing that I might change with the design. But other than that, yes, it turned out cute. I am definitely going to use the chenille yarn. So that is how we're looking. And it turned out too cute. Oh yeah, of course, Tasha, I got you. Let me see, did I miss any comments? I don't think I did. So I didn't want to make the live too long. That's why I did a simple design. So it wouldn't take too long because I know, some people are going to come back and watch the replay and try and follow along with the steps that I do. But that's how simple it is, even though it's technically not simple because you are putting your fingers at risk. So again, get you a crochet needle. Mine came in a pack of 2. I only needed 1, and it was purple, so I grabbed it. But get you a chopstick, a barbecue skewer, whatever, a pencil, whatever you have. But I think the set of 2, I want to say, was only like $3 or $4. Like they were really cheap. And just this way, when you go back, you can, or as you're going, you can hold it how you guys kind of see me do. And that'll keep your fingers away from trying to move stuff over and things like that. Because you don't want to play with a needle. I don't care how slow it's going. You do not want to play around like that. So make sure you get you one of these. And then I do have some more. I will be adding some more yarn designs, digital designs. I'm going to put them on my website. They'll be for all file formats of embroidery, and they're only going to be a couple dollars for these designs just because they're just a run stitch. And then I'll have some other designs as well. But the majority of my digital designs are like $2 to $5. So they're not a lot. And then my channel members, I will be putting this in the Google Drive, and I'll put the link so you'll have access to this design. And I just have to download it in the other file types. That is all. Yeah, I cannot shake this code. Somebody told me to do ginger, lemon, honey, and lemon juice. Put it all in a jar and let it sit, and then use that like a cough syrup. But I'm like, oh, that sounds like that's gonna be nasty. But the nasty stuff, that be the stuff that works. So I might try that. But what other questions do y'all have for me before I get off live so I could go eat and see who my husband trolling today? Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. But I have another streaming service I set up. I kind of been getting all my stuff set up on there, so that way I'll just be able to have 2 cameras, and instead of switching back and forth and having a lag and all of that stuff. So I do apologize for that lag because I did, and it's probably because I was using my iPhone on Wi-Fi to connect to StreamYard to stream the camera, or to be able to stream and show that angle, just because StreamYard took away the extra camera feature. You have to pay like the, what is it, the $80 or $90 a month now just to have an extra camera. No, thank you. Restream, yep, same price, and you get all the features, and it has a little bit better features too that I really like. Like, it has a notepad section, so you can have all your links. So want to drop links in the chat, you can have that already in the software, and you just copy them and paste them right into your chat. So it's way better, and it looks kind of like StreamYard, but it's not the price of StreamYard, which is a plus. Hey D. Oh yeah, so I had some people ask me after I showed them. I did the tutorial on how to do these designs, but I did use the glue on method. So the glue on method is if you are just like, I am not putting my hands nowhere near no needle, which of course I understand. You definitely have to be careful when you're doing these designs, but the glue down method is, a safer way to do these designs. So I definitely feel you on that. That's why I did that video first, and then I wanted to do this video second, so you can see there's two different ways that you can do it. It just depends on, hey, how much are you willing to risk to do the design. So let me see here. Yeah, they just all of a sudden at the beginning of, was it the beginning of the year or sometime like late last year, they, sent out that email, hey, our prices are changing. And then, but they failed to mention that they're taking away that camera feature. That's why I had the plan that I had, but that's all good. It's all good. It expires next month and I'm not renewing. Yeah, CapCut, Lemonade, because I was like, oh, well, I'll just go over to Lemonade and scroll. Because I'm like, what am I going to do late at night when I'm laying in bed? And, I'm just scrolling through stuff, laughing. I was like, what am I going to do now? Like, I guess I actually have to go to sleep, right? But yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, Yolanda. It should be back now, Kim, because I've been getting all these messages and emails and pop-ups like TikTok Shop is back and we're back on in the US, but they were saying that it's going to take a while because, they basically flipped the switch and now they got to go through the process of unflipping the switch. But I did click on it, and like all my stuff is there, all my features is there. I did hit the live. I just went just to see if it'll work, and then it did. And so I just closed right out of it. But yeah, everything is still working. Like it never left. I know all the people that was sitting there crying and begging. Oh my gosh. I know they probably like coming back on. I wonder if they actually gonna come back on like, oh, thank God. I could beg y'all for some more money. But y'all, that's wild. Never put all your eggs in one social media basket. I've said this before. I've said it multiple times to, multiple people, people that I talk to offline, friends that I've made from social media. And I'm like, don't just post to one app, because at any time, again, being Gen X, I've seen many apps come and go. That stuff can go, and there's nothing you could do. They can ban you. They could, restrict your account. They can do whatever they want to your page or your channel or whatever it is. So never have all your eggs in one social media basket. That way you're not scrambling at the last minute once an app is about to come to an end, and you can let people know like, hey, you can follow me on here. Have an email list. That's something else you should have, an email list. If all of the social media apps went away. How are you going to contact your subscribers, your customers, you know, whatever? How are you going to contact them? An email list. So make sure you have those things in place. And I would say do it now if you haven't done it already. That way you could still stay connected. That way people will know where to follow you. And I did just drop a link in the Facebook group because I did start a Discord, and I have a couple other things that I'm working on, but to make sure that we are my crafty peeps, we're all able to stay connected just in case, y'all. Oh, it's Restream. So just Restream, and the price is, I want to say it was $49. So it's pretty much the same price of StreamYard, but with all the features plus some, plus more than StreamYard. So they have the extra camera features. You can have multiple cameras, and you know, you don't have to pay that $80 or $90 that now StreamYard is charging you to have multiple cameras, but it's Restream. And there is a free version, so you can do the free version, check it out, see how you like it, you know, kind of take your time to get it set up, and then you can always upgrade to the next level. That's what I did. I just wanted to test it out, and I'm actually liking it a lot. So I started with the free, and then I upgraded to their 40, I think it's $45 or $49. And yeah, same as what StreamYard used to be, but with the extra features. Did you say in the beginning what type of yard it was? Is there a weight or something? So I am not a knitter or a crocheter. So when it comes to weight and all that, I don't know. I just know either I buy the chenille yarn like this here. You can get this at Michael's. I believe they have it at Joann's. Yeah, those are the two places. And I know some people have said it, they have it at Hobby Lobby. I don't shop at Hobby Lobby all that often, so I haven't checked. And then this is also a blanket yarn. So this is Bernat. So that is the yarn that I used for this. But yeah, I don't even know if it has a weight or not, to be honest with you. I just use blanket yarn or chenille yarn. I can tell you that. But I don't know about weight. I'm just looking on here to see if I can find anything. It just says 100% polyester. Oh, yep, net weight 10.5 ounces. There you go. Taught me something new today. Kim said hers never went down. Mine went down first, and then Charles went down. Well, no, Charles went down, then mine went down. And then it was like I closed out of the app, and you know, I was doing something else, and when I went back in, I got that pop-up message. So I honestly think people were just like staying in the app, like kept it open, but eventually it, like, people's stuff went down. But yeah, I think if you kept it open, I don't think it may have went down, but I'm not sure. Hey, Amy, that's okay. You could check out the replay. So this is how the shirt turned out. So it was a quick, simple design. Now the total design took 5 minutes, but it took a little bit longer because I start and stop and start and stop as I'm doing these designs. But yeah, I think the longest one was the one I did that said dope, because it had a lot of you know, the D and then the O, and then I had to do the P, and then especially, so whenever you have curves, you're definitely going to be kind of starting and stopping, because you're going to have to switch hands with the yarn as you're, you know, move or navigating through while it's stitching. So you're definitely going to be doing a lot of starting and stopping with these designs. Yes, I'm loving the Chanel. I couldn't decide if I wanted to do this one, but now looking at it, I'm like, ooh, maybe I should go ahead and do that one. I think I might do a sweatshirt with the Chanel yarn next. Because yeah, I'm liking how fluffy the Chanel yarn is. And I got a bunch of colors. I got this pink, I got purple, two different blues, like a light blue and a darker blue, green and yellow. And then I have some that are a little bit thicker that are like ombre colors. But the solid colors are really popular. The ones that I have on Etsy and my website, I notice people like the solid colors more than the ombre colors. Okay, you had me up here like, I have no idea what ounce this is. I didn't know yarn even had weight to, well, of course it has weight to it, but I never really thought of like, okay, how many ounces is this? I just went to the store. I was like, oh, this is cute. And I grabbed it. I was like, this will work. So yeah, I was like, I don't know. But well, this was 10.5 ounces. This one is the blanket yarn. So this one is like a little bit fluffier. And then yeah, I don't know the weight of this one either. Oh, was it? And I got a coupon for them too. I need to be going to Michael's this week. Well, actually, no. I'm gonna be in LA. So y'all already know I'm going to the Garden District. Y'all already know. And I did find a place online. I gotta check out their shop that has yarn as well. And I mean, yarn isn't that expensive. Well, this blanket yarn is normally like $10. I want to say might even be more than that. I think I caught a bunch of it on sale when they're having a sale. I just buy a bunch of it because I'm like, hey, it's yarn. I'll use it sooner or later. But I'm gonna definitely check out Michael's Merlinda. All yarn labels say DK, light, bulky, super bulky, etc. Uh-huh. I'm telling you, Kim, I just be like, oh, that's cute. And I just grab it. But Kim is a crocheter and a knitter. So yeah, that would be the person that you'll want to ask. She could tell you better than I can. And I ain't got my glasses on, so I really can't see what this writing is saying on there. Thank you, Dee. Just going through the chat here, and then I'm going to eat because I'm hungry. Do you recommend the glue process you first did? You can definitely do the glue process. I mean, it doesn't do any damage to your material, to your fabric. I would suggest getting a fabric glue. Eileen's has a fabric glue. Trying to think where my other, oh, my glues are in the other room. But I did show a glue that I used in the video, in the tutorial that I did. I'll have to drop it in either the description box or I'll put it on the community tab. But make sure you're using a fabric glue. Like, don't use E6000. Do not use E6000. I have not tried it with Liquid Fusion, even though that is under Eileen's glue brand. But make sure you're getting some kind of fabric fuse or a fabric glue. And if you're going to do the glue on method, but it doesn't look any different. You can't tell whether, it was glued down and then you stitch. It's still going to have the stitch after the fact anyways. So either way, whatever you're most comfortable with, if you want to glue it down and then, stitch it out, do it like that. Shauna's right. Y'all don't depend on sites like Etsy either to, yes, get your own website, because the way Etsy be shutting shops down left and right for no reason. Yeah, have your own website. Even on my Etsy site, there in the, I think it's the about me section, I was actually able to put my link tree in there so people can have access to all my sites, and my website is the very first one. So yeah, if you have an Etsy, definitely have another site. Even if your shop is pristine and you've never had any issues. I've seen people, I know people that have just had their shop. They went to log on and they were like, my shop is shut down, and they won't tell them why. One person actually said her shop was shut down by Gerber, the baby brand, because she used the word onesie. I didn't even know the word onesie was trademarked. They trademarked it because she was making baby onesies. So she had to go back and rename each of her products as baby bodysuits. What baby wear a bodysuit? It's like a onesie. Like, how did they even let them trademark that word? That is crazy. Oh, my web address. I'm going to put it in the chat for you. Let me get my link. Give me one sec. And I'm going to drop it in the chat for you, Kim. Just put it in there for you. Hey, Angela. Didn't see you came in. How are you doing today? Oh, 505 makes a glue stick now. Oh, really? Yeah, a glue stick, that could work too. Definitely. A glue stick, or like I say, some type of fabric glue or fabric fuse glue. I think that's the one I use, fabric fuse. That works really good too. Oh, here we go. The weight is the size of the yarn, not the package weight. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll just reach out to you with any questions next time I'm buying yarn, because like I say, I just be like, oh, I like this, and I just put it in the cart. But Kim actually does crocheting and knitting, so she knows about all this stuff. Like, yeah, I was calling this a crochet hook. It's a crochet needle, I guess. So I was like, oh, I just use it so I can keep my fingers away from the needle. Hey, Tamara, how are you? Welcome in. Oh yeah, Kim, you are welcome. I did drop the link there. And oh, a knitting needle. What did I say? A crochet needle? I think that's what Yolanda told me. Yeah. So yeah, I tried. I don't know if it was knitting or crocheting. I tried something, and I started and stopped within like an hour. I was like, yeah, this is just ain't for me. Like, I'm that person for something like that. I would need one-on-one training. Like, I'm gonna need you right here showing me exactly what to do. Like, I don't want no tutorial. You're gonna have to show me, because I see some there's this one lady I follow on TikTok, and she makes like the sweaters, like the floor length sweaters. Like, she makes some nice stuff. And I was just like, whoo, I know that had to take some time, because it could not be me. Yeah, Berlinda, I started and stopped real fast. Kim, yes, I really did. I knew, I was just like, okay. And this was like 2018. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna learn how to crochet. I'm finna do this. I went to, what was it? I think Joann's or Michael's, and got me, they have the whole little kit. I got me a little kit. I had me some yarn. I was like, okay, I'm finna do this. I'm finna make something. I started messing around and trying to loop stuff, and I didn't know what I was doing. And trying to watch some tutorials and stuff like that. And it was people doing DIYs back then, but they weren't really detailed with the DIYs. So I was kind of winging it, you know what I mean? So yeah, it didn't turn out good. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make a rhinestone template. I ain't got time for this. Like, So hey, I appreciate the tutorial you did, but I was like, no, no, I'm going. You know what? That'll be another reason for me to come fly and visit you because I need you to teach me how to do crochet. So I'm gonna just add that to the list of reasons I need to come to the island to visit you. Because yeah, mm-mm. Y'all, I just threw the whole little kit away. I was just like, I ain't even got no use for it. Mm-mm. But I tried. I tried. And normally I will follow through. I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this. When I put my mind to it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn this. I'm gonna figure out how to do this. Like that's me. That's how I've learned a lot of the crafts, especially the softwares. A lot of the softwares that I use, I just go in there and just mess with stuff and I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, I could not figure that out for nothing. Y'all. So yeah. What's up, Vanessa? But see, y'all is laughing at me. I'm for real. Like I was like, yeah. And then when Kim was on live, she was just talking and just, doing what she do and looking at the camera and she'll look down every now and then. And I was like, how you know you ain't gonna mess nothing up? Like, Have you ever used PE10? I don't even know what that is. You finna make me Google this. What is that? Is it a software? You have me curious. I'm looking here to see what it is. If I'm looking at the right thing. Oh, okay. Embroidery software. Okay, so it did pull up the right thing. No, I've used Sonet, I've used Embrilliance and Hatch. I feel like there's another one that I'm forgetting. There is another one that I'm forgetting, but I know for sure Sonet, Embrilliance, Stitch Artist 2, and Hatch Digitizer 3. And Hatch was the one that really resonated with me. So I was like, yeah, this is it. I'm going to stick with this one. Because the embroidery softwares are expensive. Oh, you have? Oh, okay, Tasha has it. I hadn't even heard of it. Yeah, some softwares and stuff like that y'all mentioned. I'm like, what's that? Like, if it's not, I use Hatch 3, Silhouette Studio, the Wizard, the Rhinestone World software. I did try embroidery Wilcom, which is under Hatch, but it is like a commercial embroidery software. That software is $3,000, but that software is amazing. Amazing. And the rep that I talked to at Hatch said that they would give me a credit, so they'll take so much off of the Wilcom, but I would have to trade in my Hatch license. So I wouldn't have access to my Hatch 3 anymore. And I was like, well, I teach and do one-on-ones in Hatch 3. So, and I'm not gonna be like, hey, go out and buy Wilcom. It's $3,000. So I was just like, I'll stick with my Hatch right now. It's doing what I needed to do and I love it. So I'm good with that. Yeah, Marlinda, I love Hatch. Like it's so user friendly. I love the layout of it. And I mean, everyone has, the software that they love. I just love the ease and the ease of use of it. Is just so user friendly, I feel like. And it's easy when I'm teaching people how to digitize. It's like very easy to show a person in Hatch versus like when I was using Sonet or Embrilliance. Now, Embrilliance is a good software and it's definitely not as expensive as Hatch. So that is a plus. But I always tell people if you don't want to pay $99 for Hatch Digitizer 3, they do have levels. So if you just want to do like appliques, or if you just want to resize, or you just want lettering, things like that, they do have different levels that you can get. You don't have to get the digitizer level, and it's going to be way cheaper, like way cheaper. Yeah, they are expensive. Okay, Tasha, so you got Amy needed some help with the software. Let's see. Yeah, will come. I mean, it is really, really nice, but I was just like, nah. Oh, the yarn. Okay, it's gorgeous. What is the see, Vanessa? We just had this conversation. Y'all was asking me to wait, and I was like, I don't know. And now you want to know the color. Let's see. I ain't got my glasses on, Vanessa, but let's see if it has an actual. Kim, does it have color on here? I can tell you I got this from Michael's. Hopefully that might help, but I don't see where it has the color on here. I also don't have on my glasses, so I could be scrolling right past it and not see it. But I'm not sure. So I got this one and a bunch of other ombre ones from Michael's. Like, this is another one that I got from Michael's. This is really pretty. And I got a bunch of. And of course, I love purple. So this is another one that I got. But I don't see where they have colors on here. But if I happen to find the color or the name of it, I would definitely put it in the chat. But that is the brand of it. That's the name. And it's a blanket yarn. Okay, there you go, Tasha. Yes, learn together. Y'all can figure it out together. Exactly. Because that's one software I don't have. And I just can't learn another software right now. I have too much going on. Yes, it may be a number as a color. Oh, Kim, you know I can't see that. My glasses in the other room. Now you're gonna have me looking for a number. But I don't see one. I'm gonna try and look. Oh, wait. Let's see. I might have found a number. Oh, no, never mind, because these have the same number. Never mind. Yeah, I don't see a particular number on here, but I can tell you again, that's the brand, and I got it from Michael's. Sorry, I don't know much about yarn other than it looks cute on sweatshirts, and I just grab stuff. Thank you, Merlinda. Yes, you guys, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Which do you prefer, Chroma Luxe or Hatch? Chroma Luxe is a nice software. I would say it's similar to Embroidery, and I do like it. They do have a ton of features in there. Pretty much once you know how to digitize, most of the softwares, you could do the same thing in pretty much all the softwares. You just have to learn where certain things are within that software. But I feel Chroma Luxe is a really good software too. And I do. Oh, that's the other one that I have. I told y'all I had another one. So yeah, So What, Brilliance, or Sonet and Brilliance, Hatch and Chroma. But Hatch and Chroma are the two that I have now that I actually use. But Chroma is a nice one, and their Lux is comparable as far as price to Hatch. So it really depends. I would say if you're kind of deciding between the two, do the free trial. I know with Hatch you get a 30-day free trial. I believe with Chroma you get a 14-day free trial, I believe. And play around in each of the softwares and see which one you're more comfortable with, and then go from there. But I would say I use Hatch more. Again, more people that I work with use Hatch, but then I also use Chroma because I do like they have a feature in there where you can wirelessly transfer your designs from the software to your machine, which I really like. Pretty, I'll charge it to your head, not to your heart. Yeah, my bad, my bad. If I figure it out, I'll definitely let you know. But yeah, I'm not sure at all. But check out Michael's. Even you could go online and you'll find the same colors, or you'll be able to find it. It's on their website too, and it's in store. So I just went in there and grabbed it, but it's on their website because sometimes I will just place an order online, and that way I can just walk in and pick it up. Well, all right, y'all. I'm about to wrap up, get ready to go eat, get this mess cleaned up in here. And then I will get the design in the Facebook group. And then I'll also share it with the channel members. I just got to download it in the other file formats because I know there's multiple ones out there that different people use. So I'll make sure to put the design in there. It'll be this week when I do that. And then I'll probably be vlogging a little bit while I am in LA for Impressions this coming weekend. But I won't be live next week because we're doing a late checkout and we probably won't be back until later on Sunday. So I won't be live next Sunday, but I will be live the following Sunday. And then I do have a video that will be a premiere video. So it'll be a live chat on Wednesday. And I'll post that on my page. I will put it in the Facebook group as well. Thank you, Tasha. Hey, Ruby, how are you doing? Oh, you're welcome, Vanessa. Let's see. What is the best software for beginners? Are you talking about in digitizing or embroidery software or like Rhinestone, sublimation? I would say I'm a little biased. I'm gonna say Hatch because I really like Hatch, but do a free trial. Most of the softwares will let you do anywhere from a 14-day to 30-day free trial, and find out which one you like the best, which one you're most comfortable with, which one has the features that you want to use on a regular basis, and make your decision from there. You don't have to do a free trial on all different softwares at once. Just do like one free trial and, kind of jot down what you did and didn't like about it, and then do like another free trial for another software and do the same thing, kind of make your pros and cons list, and then, decide which one really works for you, which one do you really like, and then go from there. I'm going to say Hatch because it is so user friendly. Just how their toolbar is all set up right there on the left-hand side. You could click on whatever you need. But again, it is still a learning curve. You're going to have to learn what those features are, even though the toolbar kind of lets like digitize tab. Once you open that digitize tab, do you want to digitize an open shape, a closed shape? There's so many different things that once you open that toolbar, you then have to figure out what you need to do next. So it's going to be a learning curve for any software that you choose. Just choose the one that you feel is most comfortable for you. Okay, embroidery. Good, good, good. Enjoy your dinner. Thank you. And thank you for modding, Kim and Merlinda. I appreciate y'all. If you're going to be watching the replay, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't. And I will be doing a tutorial showing y'all how to do the yarn embroidery on the single needle machine as well. And again, it'll be a couple extra steps. It'll be a split design. Or you could do a smaller design if you say have a 5x7 hoop or even a 4x4 hoop. You could do, you know, something smaller as well. But with these designs, you do kind of want to have them a little bit bigger. The smaller they are, the more the yarn bunches up and it doesn't look as good. So I'll definitely make sure to drop the link in the Facebook group once I split this design, and then on the next live, not this Sunday, coming Sunday, the following Sunday, we'll do a walkthrough, a step-by-step, and we'll do the yarn embroidery on a split file. All right, y'all. I will see y'all on Wednesday for the premiere video, and then I'll be dropping some stuff on the community tab. And make sure you are in my Facebook group. If you're not, make sure to have it linked in the description box. It's in my link tree. Just scroll down to where it says Facebook group, and then I'll accept your or get you approved once you join. All right, y'all. I will see y'all soon. See y'all on Wednesday in the live chat. Bye, and thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a great week.